Welcome back, Tipsy Tuesdays, helping your venue run more efficiently and make more money. We're continuing the series on venue sales tours. We've made it. It's time to actively sell the site. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting, right? We've scheduled it well, we've confirmed the appointment, and here they come. So excited to have this opportunity to sell to them. So how are you gonna do it? What are you gonna do? I have a few key tips on how to give a great sales tour. Number one, be the run of the show. Be the boss. Be the one with the authority and the information. And how are you gonna do that? My first step is I orientate. Welcome, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna show you guys around as we go. I'm gonna ask you questions, and I'm gonna show you guys why we're the best venue for your event. Take notes. This may seem like a very basic tip, but this information is going to be vital in the follow-up that you have after your tour. So make sure you're taking lots of notes on what they liked about the property, what they disliked about the property. Were there any policies or something that they were hung up on? What other sites are they touring? I write down so much information during my tours, and it's not just because I like to write, it's because I'm going to use this information later when I'm following up. Follow a formula. What I mean by that is if you're walking around your site, maybe when you're walking from one space to another, there are specific questions that you ask along that way. You should never just free flow a tour, right? It should be very thought out and very methodical in how you're getting this information to them and what questions you're asking. Plus, if you're following a formula, you're able to tweak it. So that means if you are not seeing a good return on, your opportunities booking following your tours, maybe you need to tweak that formula. But if you don't have one and you're just doing whatever you want to do on any given day, how are you going to make it any changes and improve it? Ask a lot of questions and be quiet. Shut up. I know that sounds like a very basic principle again, but asking a lot of big, open, discussion-worthy questions. One of my favorite ones to ask is when we're touring is say, so what are you digging or not digging about what you've seen so far? This gives me so much information. Did they like the outside components? Did they like my chairs? Did they maybe not like my alcohol policies? I ask these big questions and they elicit a lot of information that I can use during my sales tour and in my follow-up. I've been on a lot of venue tours, so I want to share with you guys some of the common pitfalls that I see that hopefully you're not doing, and if you are doing, maybe you can correct yourself. Number one, leading with a big open question without giving them information. I've been to a tour before, I walk in and they say, hi, thank you so much for coming to ABC venue. What questions do you have for me? The client just looked at me like, I don't have any yet. We don't know the space yet. We don't know what's going on. She did not establish herself as the leader, right, of that tour. That's why that orientation would have really been helpful for her. Also, make sure you're asking about your competition. So not asking about your competition where other people are touring is a huge pitfall that I see all the time. So how do you know who your competitors are if you're not asking? Not asking about a decision time frame. So how soon are they gonna make this decision? That is so crucial to your follow-up. And I know a lot of you guys aren't asking that question. You have this great tour. Thanks so much for coming. Let me know what questions you have. That's not gonna get you there, right? You need to find out when they're gonna make this decision and who's gonna be involved in that decision. And the only way you're gonna do that is by asking those questions. That's it for week 3. Next week, we're gonna talk a lot about following up with your prospects after your sales tour. 90% of deals are won or lost in the follow-up, so we gotta spend a good amount of time on that. If you want more information about our services, give us a shout. We'll see you next week.